Welcome back. We mentioned the energy is the top sector today, but there are some interesting moves as stocks started down triple digits, now are up triple digits heading into the close. Mary Thompson keeping an eye on the movers on this first trading day of the week. Hi, Mary.
Hey there, Kelly. On this rather volatile session, let's start with some banks. The worst performing stock in the S&P 500 today, Hudson City Bancorp. The planned merger between Hudson City and M&T Bank has run into yet another delay. The Federal Reserve says it's unable to complete its review of the merger before the deal termination date of April 30th. As you can see, both those stocks are lower. Shares of 3D Systems having a positive day, though, up over 4%. The 3D printing company is buying EasyWay, a China-based 3D printing sales and service provider. Terms of the deal haven't been disclosed, but its stock up 3.75%. Although, well, that's a nice move. The upside, the stock for the year down almost 50%. Software company Informatica has received offers from two groups of private equity firms. This according to Reuters. The company is negotiating a sale that could value it at between $5 to $6 billion, a deal that would be this year's largest leverage buyout. Its stock up 3.25%. And lastly, Tesla up over 6% today. The electric car maker says it's delivered more than 10,000 vehicles during the first quarter. That's Tesla's highest quarterly total ever and a 55% increase over the year-ago period. The increase in its stock, 7%. Back to you, Kelly.
Pretty big move. Mary, thank you. Tesla did just hit that new sales record, but not everyone is bullish on the stock.
Yeah, we have a bull and a bear here. Carl Brower is senior analyst at Kelley Blue Book. He's sort of questioning Tesla's future here. And Amish Shah is managing partner in Sierra Maya 360. And Amish, you like this stock. I mean, it's fallen sharply. It's no longer the mojo stock it was, but now it's up 6-7% today. You like this stock, don't you?
I actually love this stock. In fact, when I was driving down here, my partners meeting at Sierra Maya 360, we're saying, what is the big debate? It's electric cars. Everyone should be happy out there. In fact, while I was driving past the new Tesla dealership here in Charlotte, everybody should be beeping their horns to those bears, because what Tesla's doing by breaking down dealership barriers all over the U.S. to all the emerging markets they're coming to on the foreign side, I'm extremely bullish about what they're doing today and that battery announcement that's coming out later this month.
Okay, but Carl, is this a good investment, especially if Tesla falls short of its 55,000 delivery target this year?
Well, that's just one of its challenges. Don't forget that even if it gets the kind of production and sales numbers it's looking for this year, it's looking at a lot of competition in this segment in the next 2 years. We know that General Motors will be coming out with a roughly $30,000 to $35,000 electric car that'll get 200-plus mile range on a battery. And that's going to compete directly with their next, with Tesla's next big deal, which is the Model 3, which is supposed to be their big volume seller. And of course, they won't be fighting, GM won't be fighting the dealership woes that Tesla still has to deal with on so many levels in so many different states.
But Carl, let me step in there. Have you been to their retail stores? I mean, you could go to some of the retail stores and walk right in where all the mall traffic is. I mean, this is disrupting the way the car dealerships are doing business. I think it's a brilliant marketing trick that they're doing. And you could walk into a retail store just like you can for an Apple. And I think they're more of a technology company that's into auto, that's revolutionizing everything. What do you think about that, Carl?
Well, I think that's true, but I also think at the end of the day, they've got to make money, which they've never done. They've been around for over 10 years. They've never made a profit. They've got to go up against some big players that are experts in this field, namely the traditional automakers who are going to start jumping into this electric car market very soon. And they're going to have all the background and experience, not to mention the retailing system that is rapidly being embraced or has already been embraced by all the auto dealers in this country versus fighting with all these retail efforts.
They've been betting against Elon Musk for years. Elon Musk is today's Steve Jobs. Elon Musk, people know, is reinventing how and revolutionizing the world we live in. One day we'll be talking about Elon Musk as the next Steve Jobs.
Well, I'm sure that's what Elon thinks, and apparently you think that too. I'm still not 100% sure that Tesla is going to work as a business model. It's a niche product.
It's already
and he's
working.
Got to get mainstream
They're
and sell
dominating
volume.
their market.
Carl, what about
They're dominating the $75,000 plus electric car market. Wow, that's a pretty hard market to dominate. They're the only ones in it.
What about a takeout premium, Carl? Anybody who steers clear of this investment for all the reasons that you outlined, if somebody, and we heard Kara Swisher reiterate this on our air earlier today, whether it's GM, whether it's Apple or somebody else, if they come in, they will take Tesla out at a premium. That would be a risk, I guess, if you're trying to bet against them, no?
Yeah, that's a huge risk that they're going to eventually have to go up against the traditional automakers who are much better suited for volume electric car sales than they are.
All right, we got to go. But Carl, I've been dying to ask you, what is Blue Book on a used Tesla? Do they hold their value?
They actually do hold their value because so far, right now, there's enough demand versus supply. I have always wondered what's going to happen when all the $75,000 plus electric car customers have been saturated. And I don't know how many of those there are
Buy the stock
out there.
instead. Save your money. Buy the stock instead.
All right, thank you guys. That was fun. Appreciate it very much.
Carl Brower and Amish Shah on Tesla. 18 minutes to go into the close, and we are holding with these gains that we started to see really in the late session here, especially focusing in on oil. Bill, a lot of questions about that, the breakout that we're seeing in